Hello everyone, Nabon Savin Avelin, welcome. To nyai bolde to hele kinematic equations. V equals to u plus at, x equals to ut plus half at square, v square minus u square equals to twice x. That's equation 2 mo na kinematic equation. Class 9 as on about here in Japan here. Okay, and then I will just revise it and then we'll apply this. Okay, apply in Japan. Free falling bodies motion under gravity he Japan here a main application ahin he chose on here due to get net displacement na jong se video hinten. Okay, let's start here. Okay, suppose assume acceleration is constant. A is constant na a constant hele acceleration formula chepita a equals to dv by dt chalo na. Okay, so let me write like this. So dv by dt is equals to a. Okay, abala dt pen hi zilanga transfer le na. So dv equals to a into dt. Okay, so now you integrate both sides. So I will integrate both sides, right? Okay, see, he constant I assume na. In an integration, if you have a constant, so that constant should come outside the integral. Okay, so the integral sign. So here I have dv. Okay, so a comes out, so I have dt. Nah. So let's say initial velocity to u, final velocity to v. Okay, so then I will have limit is from u to v. Okay, and time is from 0 to t. Now, okay, but time 0 is after some time t, let's say. Okay. So here, what is integral dv? So if you integrate dv, you'll have v. Okay, so from u to v. Okay, equals to a is outside. What is integral dt? It is t. Now from 0 to t. Okay, kutila limit he put leuchun pipiyong pod ha. So v minus u equals to a into t. So all of you know this formula, na? V minus u equals to v equals to u plus at. So finally v equals to u plus a into t. Okay, so we got our first equation. Now v equals to u plus at. Okay, next. So next, I'll do it in the next page. So we have got v equals to u plus a into t. Nah. Abane v formula chepita. So we know that v equals to dx by dt. Nah. So v equals to dx by dt. Okay. So here in place of v you put dx by dt. So u plus a into t. Nah. Now you transfer this dt on the right side again. As one ball bang watch na. Is dx equals to u into dt plus a into t into dt. Okay, so you integrate again. Sin integrate vale x. Okay, dx integration equals to u zong constant. So apolang ahong ding. Abana similarly a is also constant. It will come outside dt. Okay, kutile limit so hila pa hila diha. X initial to x final. Nah. Time to 0 upon a t, 0 upon a t. Okay, so if you so integration of dx to x chalana, so you have x from x initial to x final, okay, equals to u into integral dt to, you'll have t, okay, plus a into integral t dt to t squared by 2 na. So you'll have t squared by 2 from, okay, t squared by 2 from 0 to t. Okay, so now you put the limits. So you'll have x final minus x initial equals to u t plus half a t square. Okay, okay, so one thing here, haokipiit now. So what is this thing? So x2 minus x1 na haokipiit ha. Displacement vector na. So this is nothing but displacement. Okay, so this is displacement. Okay, so the way to write this equation na so you have to write like this. So here I can write s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so where s is what? Displacement. Okay, so this is the other equation. Na bana athum na penchu piham athum na pacho. So this is equation number 2. Okay, so if you from equation number 1 and 2, if you eliminate t eliminate bolojun, so what will you get? You'll get the third equation. So what is the third equation? So v square minus u square equals to twice a dot s. Okay, so this is see whether you have a negative or positive velocity. So since you have a square, so this term is always positive. Okay, so that is why I'm just putting mod here. Yeah, so remember this is a displacement. Okay, so here it is a displacement, remember. So this is the third equation. Nah, equation 2 mo pipiham amasa pencho v equals to u plus at anina pencho s equals to ut plus half at square athoma v square minus u square equals to twice as. Okay, so now let's solve some questions on this one. Okay, so a particle starts with an initial velocity of 2.5 meter per second along the positive x direction, and it accelerates uniformly at 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, so you're given that u is equals to 2.5 meter per second towards positive direction ng kipichula na. Okay, so you have a is how much? 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, first question ha. Find the distance traveled in the first 2 seconds. Okay, so in 2 seconds how much distance it travels? So which formula you have to apply here? So here you are given t is equals to 2 seconds. Okay, question to solve the. So first you see what are given here. Okay, so u kipia a dong kipia abana t dong kipi chula na abana sila chu p do ha x do sula this distance traveled na. Kasi banga so direction kana chialsun, so displacement and distance are the same thing. Okay, hotela which formula naman niyo ha, s equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so s equals to ut plus half at square value padlasun ping po de ha. So u to 2.5 na 2.5 into time to 2 plus half into a to be 0.5 into time to 2 square. So 2.5 into 2 is 5 plus 0.5 to 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 2 squared is 4. Okay, so how much is this? So 2 are 4, 4. So 5 plus 1. So this is 6 meter. Okay, so this is the distance traveled. How much time does it take to reach the velocity? 7.5. Okay, final velocity kipicho na lahin 7.5. Okay, I will just rub this. Okay, so b part so v is given as 7.5 meter per second na kutele ppm tato ahi v ma u ma a jula na kutele t whole na dinga cho ping man ngaya v equals to u plus at, right? So 7.5 is equals to, so v equals to u plus at formula cho 7.5 is equals to 2.5 plus 0.5 into t. Okay, so 2.5 goes here, you'll have 7.5 minus 2.5 so 5. Okay, 0.5 into t. 0.5 so 1 by 2. Okay, so 5 is equals to t by 2. So 2 goes here, so t is equals to 10 seconds. So it will take 10 seconds to reach 7.5 meter per second. Okay, so now the third. So what is the third? Let's rub this. Yeah, how much distance will it cover in reaching 7.5? 7.5 atin see from 2.5 to 7.5 velocity to kal chala na hejika so much distance is covered on the till khari head you head to bham dele hejilai 2.5 apara 7.5 ending I time is aludha 10 second loop chala na. So now we know the time. Okay, so we can use this time to find out the distance, right? So how do you do? so you're given here v is given, u is given, a is given. They ask you to find s. Okay, ako telephone become one, so I can use v square minus u square equals to twice as. Okay, that formula na. So here v square minus u square equals to twice as. So v square is 7.5 square minus 2.5 square equals to 2 into acceleration to 1 by 2 into s. Okay. So how do you do this? So please don't take the square of this one. Okay. It is solved. A square minus b square formula. A square minus b square, so a minus b, a plus b. Right. So a minus b into a plus b. Okay. So this is equals to s. So how much is this? So 5 into 7, 8, 9, 10 equals to s. So s is equals to 50 meter. Okay, so that is your answer. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, I'm giving you this question for just for this purpose. Abang lakon question ako meter per second hilawa kilometer per second kilometer per hour zan pi thai chulana kutewa pi phala chun, so you always have to convert it. Okay, so try to convert it. So here you're given that the person traveling with 43.2 kilometer per hour, so he applies the brake giving a deceleration of a 6 meter per second square to his scooter. Hotile ang kinga masanga so distance is that covered o manam so the question initial velocity to z kpm 43.2 kilometer per hour na hichipen hi see whenever you're given in kilometer per hour meter per second na hialna dinga chu na convert kilometer per hour into meter per second convert na dinga chu, so multiply by 5 by 18 hiti yung pon ha. Example, some value khat chu kilometer per hour ki pichula na. If I want to convert this kilometer to meter is at ha, so that is 1000 meter, right? So divided by 1 hour has 60 minutes and 1 minute has 60 seconds. Okay, so now this is in second. So if you solve this, how much will you have? 2 5 are 10, 2 3 are 6. So this is 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, right? So if you want to convert this to this, so you have to multiply by 5 by 18. Okay, so remember kutile chi meter per second converting ala chon 43.2 into 5 by 18 zarang po dela here. So 6 3 are 18, 6 7 are 42, 6 2 are 12. Okay, so 3 2 are 6, 3 4 are 12. So 5 into 2.4, 5 4 are 20, 2 in hand, 5 2 are 10, 11, 12 meter per second. Okay, so u is 12 meter per second. Question chun pidom, so how far it will travel before stopping at each other. Now king alchun final velocity is at 0. Okay, kutile final velocity uma initial velocity uma acceleration chala na about s na do chala, s is asked. So that means I have to apply v square minus u square equals to twice as. Okay, so 0 square minus 12 square equals to 2 into tilkhan here chala deceleration ke teach. So deceleration means negative acceleration, so minus 6 into s. Okay, so minus 12 into 12 equals to minus 6 2 are 12 into s, minus 12 12. So s is equals to 12 meter. Question is solved part leo. So while doing multiplication, please don't try to multiply everything, don't try to do all the divisions. Okay, so try to cancel as much as you can. For example, like question in relation 12 to 12 ka cancel na chala he just square pa he solve lo 12 into 12 ka ya chala 12 khoma cancel thai chala na ta he. Okay, so as much as possible try to avoid doing multiplication, divisions, all those things. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Two cars traveling towards each other king to hon na ani ni hona speed is at 20 meter per second when the cars are 300 meter apart. Khutile ama sa pena car khat pa chu chilangai ma. So let's say car A, car khat pa chu hilangai na say car B. Khutile agi ka hona chu 300 meter chula na. So at this moment their speed is 20 meter per second and their speed is 20 meter per second. Question chen biham. So both of the drivers apply brakes and the car retardation. Okay. Chila hi tang deceleration as why sim na deceleration khanoma and then you have retardation. Okay. Hechite ni ki bangcha. So these two are same. So both of this means negative acceleration. Okay. So negative acceleration. Speed decrease na. Acceleration is positive acceleration, speed increase. Okay. So the distance, okay, now they are giving you the retardation is 2 meter per second square. Okay. So here you have 2 meter per second square and 2 meter per second square. Kutile chipa distance travel is at them ye pacho. So let's say if formula apply to honking on na break mana jon honking aza hona chu honking aza hona chu aki ka hona chu distance is at layam the question jon. Okay. Honking on jon final velocity to 0. Okay, so both of their final velocity will be 0. Initial velocity is 20 meter per second. But the acceleration is s ke dong na. Kutile v square minus u square equals to twice as 0 square minus 20 square equals to 2 into retardation to negative acceleration into, so let's say SA. A part and king amasan distance is that a covered and so here I have, so minus 20 into 20 equals to minus 4 into SA. So please don't try to multiply. Okay, so minus minus cancel. 4, 5 are 20. Okay, so what is SA? So SA is equals to 5 are 10. 100 meter. Na. Abana chu khat pa he b pa he zat dia. Aking ala chun 0 square minus 20 square. Okay, equals to 2 into minus A into SB. Chula na. Negative acceleration is that so. So it is the same thing. Okay, so minus 20 into 20 equals to minus 4 into chula minus A hit 2. So into SB. Okay, so minus minus cancel. 4, 5 are 20. So SB is also 100 meter. Kutile car A pa hai king amasang so 100 meter covered out na 100 meter. Abana car B pa jong hi king amasang chu 100 meter covered out. Kutile remaining chu jata. So this is what 100 na remaining to 100. Okay. So let's say like this. So this has traveled 100 meter before stopping and this has traveled 100 meter before stopping. Hotele remaining to 100 meter. Okay, so that is the answer. Okay, so now let's move on to the next topic. Motion under gravity. Na free falling bodies so some points, small points. So let's see before solving questions. So in reality, okay, in reality, you have air na. So in this atmosphere, in the surface of the earth, you have air. So there is also air resistance. Okay. So but here we have to neglect all the air, all the resistance due to air. Okay. So here, if air resistance is neglected, okay, a body is dropped near the surface of the earth, it falls along a vertical straight line. Motion in 1D na. So that means you can still apply those three kinematic equations. Okay. So second point so acceleration due to gravity. Gravity na at surface till so see if you release something from certain height, it will fall down because of gravity. Okay. And then there is something called acceleration due to gravity. Gravitation chapter okay. So here you have something called acceleration due to gravity. So this is always vertically downwards. Okay. So it is always vertically downwards, remember. And its magnitude is almost constant if the height is small as compared to the radius of the earth. Radius of the earth is 6400 6400 kilometer. So if the height is small enough, okay, so small enough roughly, so if the height is less than 500 kilometer, okay, you can take this one. if the height is roughly less than 500 kilometer, then you can apply this g formula g pi, so you can assume that the value is constant. Okay, so the third point is magnitude of this acceleration is how much? 9.8 meter per second squared, 32 feet per second square. Okay, sometimes they will use feet and all those things, so just for knowledge. Okay, in most of the question for easier calculations, you will use instead of 9.8 we take 10 meter per second square. Okay, the fourth point, if we take vertically upward as positive y-axis, then acceleration is along the negative y-axis. But then sign convention here. So you have the earth surface. Okay, so this is the earth surface. So whatever is going upward, okay, any measurement that you are taking upwards, so that has to be positive. Okay, and any measurement that you are taking downwards, so that has to be negative. Okay, so in this case gravity is acting downwards, towards the center of the earth. So this is z, so therefore when you write acceleration due to gravity, you have to write minus z. Okay, so very important. So let's apply these things in the question. Okay, suppose I have a body on the surface. I have a body, so this body is given initial velocity u. Okay, ball kipi ito tabang ako na. So if I give a initial velocity u to the body, so the first question is how much it's ana sanga length of the particles body. So how what is the maximum height attained by the body? Okay, so that is the first question. So how high will the body go? Okay, so it will fly up and then comes to rest, and then it will fall down again. Okay, so that is how it will the motion will take place. So at the topmost point, okay, the body will comes to rest. Okay, so the body will comes to rest and then it will fall back again. Topmost high velocity is at 0, because it will comes to rest. Okay, so now how do you find h max? So here if you see, I know that a is always downwards minus z. So I have acceleration, I have initial velocity, I have v, and you're asked to find h max. Formula naman diyo ha. So v square minus u square equals to twice as. Okay, let's apply here. V to 0 is 0 square minus u square equals to 2 into minus z into h max. Okay, h measurement so piha hita ki measure to chala na je ta chi upwards, it is measured upwards, so h max is positive. So a is downwards, so it is minus z. Okay, so here how much is this? So minus u square equals to minus 2z into h max. So minus minus gets cancelled. So what is h max? So u square by 2z. Okay, so the first formula you have to remember. So the maximum height a body will reach, so when it is projected vertically upward with speed u, there will be the maximum height will be u squared by 2z. Okay, so next, so same situation, I have a body projected upwards with speed u. Okay, it will fly upwards, reach the topmost point, and then come back down. Okay, second question so piha if you don't have line must have been so maximum height za I na u squared by 2z abana hi total time of flight iti phala tulma ma hong chuket ya. Okay, so here see, if you see the whole motion, it starts from here, it will go up, okay, and then come back down to the same position again. The displacement is at him 0 displacement. So here you can see the displacement is 0. Okay, so if I apply that formula, s equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so 0 equals to initial velocity is u into t plus half into minus z into t square. Okay, so from here ut minus half zt square t common za la relation u minus half z t. Okay, so here what can you write? You can write t equals to 0 or u minus half zt equals to 0. Okay, so here you have u equals to half zt, or so what is t? 2u by z. So this is the total time of flight. Okay, so very important. Chila hit relation time hi nium chila t equals to 0 to t equals to 2u by z. Chi pi ha khat pa he ke pan na. So it starts from t equals to 0, it goes up and then comes back at t equals to 2u by z. Okay. And one additional thing here. So here chila time of flight here 2u by z chila na. So if you split this into 2, you have u by z and u by z. Okay. Chi chu pi tinam dal na chi to nga hi. So when you go upwards and reach the topmost point, okay, so the first half, so time taken is u by z. Okay, the next half, time taken is u by z. Okay, go match 2u by z. Okay, so that is another point. Maximum height na. So this is the maximum height. Okay, so u squared by 2z and total time of flight to 2u by z. Okay, so remember. So our first question, a ball is projected vertically upward with speed of 50 meters per second. Okay, so u. Find the maximum height. Okay, formula chipita. Height max equals to u squared by 2z. Now u to 50. 50 into 50 divided by 2 into 10. Z to 10 la leuchun. Zat halai 0 0 cancel. So 50 by 2 to 25 na. 25 into 5 to 125. Okay, meter. So that is the first answer. Second question, the time to reach the maximum height. B. So first half so maximum height that times is u by z. So when you go upwards, reach the maximum height, time is u by z, you come down again, u by z. Okay, so directly you can apply here. So u by z, so that is how much? 50 divided by 10. So 0 0 cancel, 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. So C. So the speed at half the maximum height. Maximum height to 125 chulan na. 125 betang speed ado chu chula hi. So v ado cho u chu ki pi na chula hi. Z jong ke he a half of maximum height there is an s jong ke he chula na. So you know v, you know u, z and s. So you can apply v square minus u square equals to twice s. Okay. So v square minus 50 square equals to 2z into half to 125 by 2. Maximum height to 125 is a half elevation, 125 by 2. Okay, so you solve this one. V square is equals to 5 are 2500 minus z to 10 elevation, so 2 gets cancelled out. So you'll have 1250. Okay, so how much is this? So 1250 is v square. Now 2500 minus 1250 to 1250. So here 1250 is what? So how can I write this? 25 into 50. 25 into 2. Okay. So 25 square into 2. So therefore v is how much? 25 root 2 meter per second. Okay. So this is the answer. Okay. So now next concept. When a body is projected downwards from certain height. Okay, suppose I am at certain height. So let's say height h. Sila para hai body khadom na. Ama hai initial velocity u ki pi cho chi hong ki so ding. Okay. So can you tell me how do you find the final velocity? Sila tula huna velocity pa na. Suppose let's say this is v. Na IP formula na banthewa chala hai. So in any type of this type of question, in this particular type of question, so which formula you have to apply? Chala hi u v h abana z chila na. So that means you have to apply v square minus u square equals to twice zh. Okay, and then one thing here. Okay, very important thing. Chila he vile chun u he it is downward. Okay, so actually it should be minus u, and v is also downward, so it should be minus v. Okay, so you're starting from here and then you're going downwards, so measurement h is also downward direction. Anui lang ki chi so ki measure chala na anui lang na chi wa hi h kal chala na na chi su chan wa cho, so therefore h is also minus h and then z is also minus z. Okay, so remember, so any measurement that you take downwards will be negative, so that means minus v whole square minus u whole square equals to 2 minus z into minus h. So this is how you actually write it. Okay, na chi ji achu hichi formula ka pi pen cha pha, so that's why we write here mod v square minus u square equals to twice a taka ji chula na jala here. So we put modulus here because here you have a square. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it is minus v or plus v, it will always be positive. Okay, so how much do you have? V square minus u square equals to twice zh. The formula here na, so this formula you have to apply. So let's solve questions. First question, NEET 2022. A stone is thrown vertically downwards, okay, with initial velocity of 40 meter per second from the top of a building. It reaches the ground with 60 meter per second. So the height of the building is, so you understand the question na, from the building. So let's say height h. So like kona hi stone khat ke sepsu jala na is ha. So 40 meter per second ke sepsu a ground athuna velocity jujan ham, so 60 meter per second. Okay, so they ask you to find h. So simply apply the formula v square minus u square equals to twice zh. So 60 square minus 40 square equals to 2 into 10 into h. Okay, so please don't square it. A square minus b square to a minus b into a plus b. 60 minus 40 into 60 plus 40. Okay, so this is 20 into h. 60 minus 40 is 20. 60 plus 40 to 100 equals to 20 into h. 20 gets cancelled out. H should have 100. Okay, so answer is 100. Right? Okay, so one more question. So same question, need mama na. A ball is thrown vertically downwards with initial velocity of 20 from top of a tower. It hits the ground after some time with velocity 80 meter per second. So height of tower, see exactly the same thing. Now previous question solve for, it is very important. Okay, this question is 2020 as well na. So now the same exact question is repeated in 2022. Okay, I think you can do this one na. So here what is the answer? So 80 square minus 20 square equals to 2 into 10 into h, right? So here how much is this? 80 minus 22, 60. 80 plus 22, 100. So this is 20 into h. Okay, so 2, 3 are 6. So h is how much? 300. Okay, so 300 is your answer. Okay, so now free falling bodies, we're going to do it. Now suppose I take a stone and then just release it. Okay, suppose I have a body, right? So initially it is at a height of let's say h from the surface, right, from the ground. So now this body is released. Okay, so whenever you release, can you tell me what is the initial velocity? Okay, partner to 0. Okay, so remember, body ki release ale initial velocity to 0. Okay, so it is going to go down. Now question must happen to piham. Iti phale na after how much time the body will reach the ground. Time jala na must happen to time. Okay, so here kasi bangan chu chi hita hi achi su ala chun chila h jong hi ta distance cover jong hi thanglanga nui lang la chi chan wa so measurement hin downward chala na chi. So therefore h is also negative. Okay, so that formula x equals to s equals to ut plus half at square. The formula hi mangleo chun Okay, so I will have here minus 8. Kasi basa nui lang measurement is downward, so it should be minus 8. Okay, so initial velocity is 0 into t, so minus half z into t square. Okay, so this minus is due to this. That minus h is equals to minus half zt square, so minus minus gets cancelled out, so t square equals to 2h by z, or t equals to 2h by z under root. Okay, so first formula, time to reach the ground. Okay, important. Now must happen to time to reach the ground to root over 2h by z. Okay, please remember. Ani napen to piha. So with what speed the body will hit the ground. Okay, so that is the second. Okay, I'll draw the same thing. So this is release. Okay, if it is release, u is equals to 0. So it is at a height h initially from the ground. Na kutile ground atunahi. So let's say the velocity of this is v. Okay, so then now you see you have v, you have u, you have h, and then you also have z, right? So which formula? So v square minus u square equals to twice as. Okay, this formula. So v square minus 0 square equals to 2 into minus z into minus h. Okay, so v square equals to twice zh, or so what is v? Root over 2zh. Okay, so what is this? Speed when it hits, or you can say reach the ground. Okay, so v equals to root over 2zh is the speed when the body reaches the ground. Now suppose I have a body. Okay, this is release. Now kutila time t zawahi. So after time t, so how much distance is covered? Suppose it goes from here to here in time t. Okay, kutile hijala x hi formula to apply to x is minus x is equals to 0 into t minus half zt square. Na kutile chala hi bela x should being podam half zt square. Okay, so half zt square. Hijipiti nam. So in time t, okay, in time t, so the distance traveled will be half zt square. Okay, I'll just write here. So in time t, so distance traveled, okay, is half zt square. Now so after 1 second, part body so after 1 second, so let's say here, okay, t equals to 1 second. So tell me what is the distance covered? Half into z into 1 square. So that is how much? Z by 2. Yeah. After 2 seconds, second is our body hoyamta. So let's say after 2 seconds, so body is here. Okay. The distance covered that should be so how much distance is covered? So half z into 2 square. So that means 4 by 2 into z. So that is 2z. Nah. Okay. So in time t, remember in time t, the distance traveled is half zt square. Second khazawa distance covered to half z into 1 square. Nah. Second nizawa distance covered to half z into 2 square. Okay, so that is one additional point. Please remember. Let's solve some questions here. Masapenachu, a person sitting on the top of a tall building. Okay, so he is dropping balls at a regular interval of 1 second. Na second khajo ball khat hisa second about next second ball khat hisa kidna tacho after each second he releases a balls. Okay. Find the position of the third, the fourth, and the fifth ball when the sixth ball was dropped. When it's being na, so as soon as it is dropped. Okay. Kutile then suppose when the sixth ball is just dropped. Na kutile fifth ball pa chohiam them below the sixth ball. Na abana fourth ball pa chohiam ha. So below the fifth, and the third is okay, so the third is here. hotele value chun chila hi chi pa hi ki drop chat cho na ki drop nai lo na ti theo mi pa na choi na nai na ta ya choi na nai hotele fifth second na ball pa hen second is a travel dot na 1 second travel dot pan na jin fifth pa hen fourth na pa hen second ni travel dot pan okay third na pa hen second thum second 3 seconds a travel dot so la na jela hi second thum ki man da cho aji chu ball hockey ka cho timing chu pya second kha chula na ama sa pen third ball pass or release ding abana fourth ball pass or release ding abana fifth ball pass or release le chun ta sixth ball pa na release pera chu third ball pa hin second thum a travel man ta chu okay it has already traveled 3 seconds and the fourth ball has already traveled 2 seconds right and the fifth ball has already traveled 1 second na khote la joga sai chu pi ha in time t na time t sunga chu distance travel chu pia half gt square ka di jula na okay so you apply it here so here we know that this fifth ball has traveled 1 second already so how much distance is traveled by the fifth ball so half into z into 1 square okay so how much is this so let's take z as 10 so 10 by 2 is equals to 5 meter na fifth ball na pa so 5 meter nui langa am ta cho okay so next fourth ball pa hilale so how much distance the fourth ball has already traveled so half into z into 2 square okay so how much is this so 2 square is 4 by 2 into z to 10 okay so 2 so 20 meter na fourth ball pa he 20 meter nui langa am ta cho so finally where is the third ball third ball part so half into z into 3 square so 3 are 9 by 2 to is so 9 by 2 into z to 10 na so 2 5 are 10 9 5 are 45 okay so the third ball is 45 meter below nui lang pe am da cho okay so let's question b do ha find the positions na positions with respect to where he was throwing okay so these are the positions. Okay, so let's solve one more question. This is from medical exam, 2022. Question be the ratio of distance traveled by free falling body in the first, second, third, and fourth second. Okay, so this is a little bit lengthy. Question. Okay, so I have a body, so it is released. Okay, so the question is asking what is the ratio of distance traveled in the first second. In the first second, that means in 1 second nah so in 1 second distance traveled, let's say this is x1 okay so how much is this half into z into 1 square nah z by 2 okay abana chu second ni jo hoilangam ta particle so let's say after 2 second particle is here nah so here this is how much 2 seconds kotela distance travel chu so how much is this x2 in 2 seconds it has traveled half into z into 2 square nah so how much is this 2z okay so 4 by 2 is 2z kotela chun question chun pido in the second ati cho in 2 seconds ati lo a second na chuna so it's like ka song bo so distance is at a traveled so that means here in this region it's like pa second cut na it's like pa second ni na second ni so in the second so here how much is the distance traveled so see I know this is 2z I know this is z by 2 so if I subtract both of them I'll get the difference okay so how much is this so 2z minus z by 2 so that is how much 2 or 4 minus 1 3z by 2 okay right so now proceed similarly in the after 3 seconds so let's say the particle is here now 3 seconds also so now so let's say this is the distance traveled in 3 seconds how much is this half into z into 3 square so that is how much 9 by 2 into z yeah. Okay so now see I know that this is 9 by 2 into z and I know that this is 2z okay so now in the third second so this is the distance traveled in the third second now this is the distance traveled in the third second okay So so if you subtract this much, okay, from this much, so you'll get the remaining, right? So how much is that? So this distance, so that is a 9 by 2z minus 2z. So 2 are 4, 9 minus 4 to 5z by 2. Okay. So finally, so after 4 seconds, let's say the body has traveled down here. Okay, so after 4 seconds, let's say this much it has traveled in 4 seconds. Okay, so how much is this? Half into z into 4 square. For 4 16 by 2 to 8z. In the fourth second achu no loading chika. So how do we find out? So from this you subtract this. Okay, so how much is that? So that means from 8z you subtract 9 by 2z. So 8 2 are 16, 16 minus 9 to 7 na. So 7z by 2. Okay, so the question is asking you, so what is the ratio? So first second, second, third second, and fourth second. So take the ratio of this. Okay, so how much is this? Z by 2 is 2, 3z by 2 is 2, 5z by 2 is 2, 7z by 2. Okay, so now you can cancel this common term, zz. Okay, so what is the remaining? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7. Okay, option D. Okay, so next concept. So when it is thrown vertically upward from the top of a building, suppose you are in a building, so certain height is na sila parahi body chu anui lang hilawa chung long zo. Okay, chung long zo na se tau diu ko tele pat che pe ha. So it will fly up, okay, and then it will come back down and reach the ground na masa pe na che pe ha. What is the first question? So the first question is how much time, okay, it will take to reach the ground. Now, second question too, what is the speed with which it will hit the ground? Okay, so see here, to find out the time, formula naman dito pe ha. So x equals to ut plus half at square. Na sila hi ko tila chun ta formula ki pa chipe hin displacement ka ti chula na che displacement. So when that means if you start from here, okay, if you go like this and come like this, okay, so that means this is your final position, this is your initial position. So if you join them with a straight line, you'll get the displacement. Okay, so this is initial, this is final, so you have to go from initial to final like this, so towards the negative downwards, and therefore it will be minus h. Okay, so minus h is equals to u into t minus half into zt square. Okay, so this is the formula that you have to apply, okay, in this particular question. Now depend here to find time. Okay, question in time to reach the ground and the you have to apply this formula. Balance speed na silaya lunai speed. So what is the speed? The formula in here v square minus u square equals to twice as formula pencho. Okay, so here you have to write v is downward. Okay, it should be negative, but here you have a square, so it doesn't matter. V square minus u square equals to 2 into minus z into s by displacement. So here also s is displacement, so you have to write minus h. Now v square minus u square equals to twice zh. Okay, so this is the formula. Now so let's solve some questions. Okay, first question. A person standing near the edge of the top of a building throws two balls. Okay, the ball A he throws vertically upward, and the ball B he throws vertically downwards, so with the same speed. So if ball A hits the ground with VA and ball B hits the ground VB, that's a final velocity though, so that means you have to apply this formula. Okay, so first let's see ball A. So ball A vertically upward. A formula displacement. Okay, so here if you apply the formula, you have minus h okay, is equals to no, they ask you velocity, so va square minus u square. Okay, initial velocity, so let's say u, then this is equals to twice z into h. So let's say h is the height of the building, right? Okay, so how much is this? va square equals to, so u square plus twice zh, right? So I'll just draw the figure here. So ball is here, so height of the building is h. Okay, ground is here, so the first ball is thrown upward and then it will come back down, so with va. Okay, so displacement is c, still h. Okay, so this is the velocity. So for the second ball b, I'll write here ball b. Okay, so vb square minus u square equals to twice z into h. H pahi displacement is here. So because of this is a displacement, so even when you throw it downwards, okay, so when you throw it downwards, displacement is still minus h. Okay, so in this case also displacement is minus h, right? In the first case also displacement is minus h. So since the displacement are same, so you're going to get the same answer. Okay, so vb square equals to u square plus twice zh. So when you look at the right side, it is same. Okay, so therefore what is the answer? So C. So both of them will hit the ground at the same speed. Okay, so next question, NEET question again. A horizontal bridge is built across a river. A student standing on the bridge throws a small ball vertically upward. Initial velocity kipina 4 meter per second. Achu vertically upward. Okay, so person is standing on the bridge, so it throws upward with 4 meter per second. Okay, so let's say this is the height of the bridge, h. So here you have a river in the ground. Now PKPM, question chun after 4 seconds. Second lizo ahi tool chu na river achu chulut tinechu. Bridge chunga par ahi 4 meter per second as set within hung kisu kila river ahi chu na time jana 4 seconds. Okay, so here they give you time is involved. That means which equation you have to apply. So the first one na chilai masapahi, so this one. Okay, so you apply it here. So minus h is equals to ut minus half zt square. Okay, so we have to find out h na height of the bridge at the original question. Initial velocity to 4 meter per second, initial time to 4, not initial time, okay, so time t. So my half into 10 into 4 square. So you solve this. Minus h is equals to, for 4 are 16, minus 2, 5 are 10. So 5 into 4 are 16. So minus h is equals to 16 minus zara. So 5 into 16 to 18. Okay, it is 80. So minus h is equals to minus 64. Okay, so 16, 80 difference, bolas and 64. Minus gets cancelled out. So what is h? 64 meter. Okay, so answer is 64. Right? Okay, so I have one more. Means before we solve this, so remember this. So if time is involved, you use this equation. If they ask you the velocity, then you can apply this one. Okay, so h. Okay, so you have one question from Z mains. So here let's write the first condition. First condition should be so ball is projected upwards. Okay, so let's say height is x. Nah, equation minus x equals to u is upward, so positive. Okay, minus half z t square times the t1 ki. Okay, and in the second condition, okay, so it is projected downwards, so same height x. Now equation minus x equals to, okay, so now you see v is downward here. Okay, so therefore you have to put minus u into t, so minus half z into t2 square. Okay, so here I have to eliminate some terms here. So I can eliminate u. Okay, so t1 t2 is there. So let's try to eliminate u. Hichi tam hi achang se koi velang chipa hi zela transfer velang na, and then you transfer this t1. Okay, so minus x plus half into z t1 square. Okay, this is equals to u into t1. So now if you transfer t also, you will have minus x by t1 plus z into t1 by 2. So this is u. Okay, equation 1. So similarly, minus x by t2 plus z into t2 by 2. So this is minus u. Okay, I'll just remove this minus. So here you multiply both sides by minus. So minus along this side and minus along this side. So you will have x by t2 minus z into t2 by 2. So this is equals to u, equation 2. Okay, so if you see equation 1 and equation 2, z lang kibang chuna, right hand side is same, so therefore left hand side must be same. X by t1 plus z into t1 by 2. So this should be equals to beta. Sila minus na. So x by t2 minus z into t2 by 2. Okay, so now you transfer this along the side and this along the side. Okay, so what will you get? So z into t1 by 2 plus z into t2 by 2. So this is equals to x by t2 plus x by t1. Okay, now z by 2 t1 plus t2 equals to x 1 by t2 plus 1 by t1. Nah, so if you solve this, z by 2 t1 plus t2 LCM la and solve t1 plus t2 divided by t1 t2. Okay, so t1 plus t2 cancel. X na x hi pi x equals to z t1 t2 divided by 2. Okay, na question chuna do chu piha release ale time chuna formula chu dong chu if it is released, time is 2h by z. Okay, chila hi h chu piha x pi chulan na. So you put the value of x, so 2 by z in 2x hela chu piha z into t1 t2 by 2. So everything gets cancelled out, remaining chu piha t1 into t2. Okay, so this is the time. So answer is B. Okay, so now we come to the last part of the video, last concept, so displacement in nth seconds. Now, suppose see, I start from here at t equals to 0. Now initial velocity u, so I have acceleration a. Okay, t equals to 0 kakipat na. Suppose in n seconds I have traveled this much distance. So here time t is equals to n. Okay, so in n seconds I have traveled this distance. So let's say this is Sn. Nah, so here I have let's say this is t equals to n minus 1. Okay, 1 second before. Nah, it's like a distance covered here. Let's say this is Sn minus 1. Okay, nah, n seconds sunga ka travel do chu. So in n seconds I have traveled out Sn distance. Okay, in n minus 1 time I have traveled Sn minus 1. For example, so the t equals to suppose I travel this in 5 seconds. Then, so how much is this? This is 4 seconds. Okay, so 1 second lesser. No. So we are supposed to find out how much distance is this. Okay, so Snet. Right? So what is the Snet? So from here you subtract this. Nah. So Snet will be given by Sn minus Sn minus 1. Okay, so if you subtract the difference in the distance is the Snet. Now hisela Snet kitipa hipitinaham. Suppose chilai 5 second na. Hisela 4 second. Kuti chilai distance pa hipya. So this is the distance traveled in the 5 seconds. Na 5 second acho second nga na acho na distance is at covered to 5 second na. So here let's apply that ut plus half at square here. u into t, okay, plus, so here see time to piha chala hai, time to n minus 1 chala na chala hai, bana chala hai time n. So therefore I have to write here Sn to u into n plus half into a into n square. T here la n ka put dita chala hai. First part minus, second part is u into n minus 1 plus half into a into n minus 1 whole square. Na ut plus half a t square. T here la n minus 1. Let's see, gas off lechun un plus half into a n square minus bracket hong lechun un minus u plus half a n minus 1 square. Bracket lin pa hong lechun n minus un minus minus plus u plus minus minus half a n minus 1 whole square. Dele chila he bana he, see here un cancel out, okay, so this common na, a common part la khom lechun half a la khom lechun n square minus n minus 1 square na u plus, okay, so this is s in it u na kazi ding banan chitohin chikala khom, okay, so this comes here and this comes here na is that the so u plus, so half into a tang a square minus b square, a square minus b square, a minus b, a plus b bol leuchen. So here you'll have n minus 1 into n plus n minus 1, okay, is that the plus half into a into n minus n to 0 na chalai cut, okay, so if you open the bracket, so this will become plus, so you'll have 1, okay, and the next part you have 2n minus 1, okay. So finally you have, so the s net displacement is u plus half into a into 2n minus 1. That's the formula. Okay, so distance traveled, okay, I'll write here distance traveled in nth second, okay, so that is s nth. So this is equals to u plus half a into 2n minus 1, okay, so remember the formula. Then by how like it's sizing, okay, so here are one or two more points here. Suppose example, no, I start from here, so I go with let's say 10 meter per second, okay, so here there is a deceleration of 4 meter per second square. Na deceleration negative acceleration. So question is, so what is the distance traveled, okay, in third second, for example, okay, in third second. Na third second as a distance is that traveled on. So let's apply the formula and see. If I directly apply the formula s at third, so this is, so 10 plus half into minus 4 into 2 into 3 minus 1. Na as you minus 4, so you can tell a deceleration so 10, okay, plus, okay, now I will have minus 2 are 4, so 2 into 2 3 are 6, minus 1 to 5. So here I say 10 minus 10, so this is equals to 0. So is it possible? Hitayam third second distance to 0. So here this is not correct, okay, this is not the distance. Remember here this is the displacement, okay. Now formula s and pahi displacement kidi cho chala hai. So remember this is a displacement, it is not a distance, right? Okay, so first thing, so you can write it as a not. Not. So s net gives displacement of body in nth second. Okay, and that second body displacement, okay, that is given here. Okay, so the next thing is, I'll give you as an example. Okay, suppose I start from here, right? So t equals to 0. I start from here. So let's say give 10 meter per second. So same thing, let's say 4 meter per second square. So here after time t equals to, let's say 1.5 second, and then time t equals to 2.5 second. Na, kuti le chala hen formula ke apply the them Sn formula cho. So can I say S of 2.5 is equals to u plus half into 4 into 2 into 2.5 minus 1. Hita ke apply the them. Okay. So here 10 plus 2 2 are 4, so 2. So 5 minus 1 4. So this is 18. So is this correct? So this is correct. Okay, so this is possible. So it need not be integer always. Okay, so they can give you any, even a decimal point time. Na, for example, 1.3 to 2.3. Akika interval pa to 1 second. Oh. So here the next note. Okay, so in the formula, Sn, so n, okay, that t equals to n need not be an integer. Okay, so it can also be a fraction, I mean decimal point. Okay, so decimal points are also possible. So it can also be decimal. Okay, so remember those 2 points, right? So the first point was Sn give you the displacement in the nth second. Okay, and then n, that time n need not be integer, it can be decimal points. Okay, so let's solve 2 questions. I think we have 2 questions here. Okay, so the first question is, okay, the first question is from medical exam 2021. So it is given a small block slides down a smooth inclined plane. So it starts from t equals to 0. So here you're given Sn. What is Sn? Distance traveled by the block in the interval. So n minus 1 apa na? N chan na. So that means Sn is the distance traveled in the n time. Okay, so t equals to n. Go to the formula chupita. Sn equals to u plus half a into 2n minus 1. Okay, so this is given as Sn. Go to the question chun pido ha. Question chun Sn divided by Sn plus 1 na. Go to the hichi Sn cho Sn na. So this is Sn. So then tell me what is n plus 1. So in place of n, you put n plus 1. Now just put it. Substitute bolsing na chun. U plus half a into 2 into n plus 1 minus 1. Is that u plus half a into, so 2n plus 1. Nah. Okay. So here this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Question kun pi doam divide. Okay, Sn by Sn. So Sn divided by Sn plus 1. Tang from rest ake panchulan na ko tila chizong hi 0, chizong hi 0. So that means you'll have half a into 2n minus 1 divided by half a into 2n plus 1. Okay, so this cancel out. So answer is 2n minus 1 divided by 2n plus 1. Okay, so simple question na. So next I have one from Z mains. So here you're given, so body travel 102.5 in nth second. Okay, so that means 1025 is equals to u plus half a into 2n minus 1. Na general formula pencho, Sn pencho. Abana se piki dam n plus 2. N plus 2 achu 115 travel do na. So 115 is equals to u plus half a into 2 n hela chu n plus 2 minus 1. Okay, so how much is this? U plus half a into 2n plus 4 minus 1 chu 3. Okay, so this is 115. Equation 1, equation 2. So you subtract these two. So 2 minus 1 you do it as is 115 chalin so na. Subtract bola so you'll get 12.5. Okay, 115 minus 102.5 so 12.5 equals to, so u minus u is 0, so half a, right? So 2n plus 3 minus 2n minus plus 1. Okay, so I can write this 125 by 10, remove the decimal point, half a into, is that the, so 2 and 2n gets cancelled out, 3 plus 1 to 4. Okay, so how much is this? So 2 5 are 10, so 5 2 are 10, 5 5 are 25. Ko tele 8 is at 25 by 4. So 4 6 are 24, 4 2 are 8, 4 5 are 26.25. Okay, so that is your answer. Right, so the most important thing is formula na by hadio na formula na by hadio n second ason kipiding na n plus 1 kipi alasun n plus 2 kipi alasun n hil n plus 2 na n plus 2 kipi alasun n hil n plus 2 na put jing do. Okay, n minus 1 kipi ala n hil n minus 1 na put jing. Okay, whatever is given you put it in place of n. Okay, so that much I think we have done enough na tam tai bol ta. So topics also here, so you just solve them. See if you understand 2-3 questions and the formula na. So that is how you learn physics. Okay, he cho hoye paten het chin set vilang na ban le book hoa chun practice, you do practice in whatever materials that you have. Okay, so I hope you have understood it. So we'll end up here, right? So see you in the next video. Thank you.